Welcome back, folks. BShooter94 here. We're here with WCW Monday Nitro, April week 4th, 2002. We're in front of about 7,000 people. We're going to open the show with a recap of our main event of what happened last week, where we saw Double J Jeff Jarrett become the new #1 contender for Rey Mysterio's WCW Championship as he defeated Chris Kanyon, Mike Awesome, and Bill Goldberg due to the interference from Abyss, who made his shocking return last week. And cost Goldberg the match, which ultimately led to Jarrett winning the #1 contendership to have an opportunity at the belt. The Goldberg and versus Abyss storyline lost heat. The WCW Championship gained heat with a 70 overall rating. Double J and the Dynasty, BG and Dustin, come down to the ring for an in-ring promo. Double J is talking about how he has hit step 1 by becoming #1 contender, and that he is going to lay the groundwork for the Dynasty when he becomes WCW champion facing Rey Mysterio, who he clearly is looking past because of Rey Mysterio's size. Says that Rey Mysterio does not belong in the same ring as us, the Dynasty. 68 overall rating there, and he gets interrupted naturally by Mysterio. And Mysterio is obviously, coming back at him, rebuttaling. They go back and forth a little bit. And it comes down to Jarrett says that Rey Mysterio, you can face Dustin Rhodes tonight to prove that you're even worthy of defending that championship against me. 69 overall rating, and we get a big match for later on in the card. Overall, not bad. I was hoping for some 70s out of this, but I'll take it. In our opening bout of the show, we have a decent match. Triple X, which is Daniels and Elix Skipper, defeated Kronik in 8:24 when Elix Skipper pins Brian Adams with sudden impact. Daniels at 56, Elix at 51, Clark at 47, Brian Adams at 58. Kronik gets embarrassed by Elix and Daniels. Storyline has started. 49 overall rating. Announcing quality lifted the match. We'll take that. Not bad, not bad. Not a good rating, but a good little TV story here to help get Kronik one out of my company and get Triple X in a good spot to win the tag team division. We officially get the babyface turn for Elix Skipper. He's all good. So him and Daniels are now babyfaces as the team known as Triple X. 44 overall rating. Backstage, one of our interviewers tried to get some words from Jindrak after what he did to AJ Styles last week. Mark Jindrak shrugs it off and throws the microphone to the floor as he just keeps walking. Clearly, Jindrak is not going to give us any explanation for his actions last week for his attack on his best friend AJ Styles. 52 overall rating. Pinpoint storyline has advanced. So we're going to let that marinate a little bit. In About the Head, good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Chris Kanyon defeats Frankie Kazarian in 9:47 by a pinfall with a flatliner. Kazarian a 60, Kanyon a 79. Frankie and Kanyon have great chemistry, and the match got the crowd hotter with a 70. That was actually kind of really surprising, but I'm very happy with it. It shows that Kazarian can hang with these guys, and Kanyon just keeps putting match that's just banger after banger. So no complaints here. 70 overall. Good win for Kanyon. Good showing for Kazarian. Post-match, Rhino hits the ring and attacks Kazarian with a gore. Remember last week, Kazarian got the upset win, or some say we'll say an upset, over Rhino, who is a former TV champion, and Rhino clearly is not having it, as he has laid out Kazarian with a gore and has made his intentions felt that he wants revenge on Kazarian. 58 overall rating. And the storyline has advanced. We get the Outsiders cutting a backstage promo saying they want a team to step up tonight. We want to defend the championships against the best that the company has to offer. We don't care who it is, when, what's going on. We don't care. We just want to defend the belt against the best tag teams in the world. And we're going out to the ring right now to finally get that answer. 72 rating over the Outsiders as they're about to do an open challenge. We get a little segment of them just walking to the ring. And the Steiner brothers answer the open challenge. So, on Nitro, we have the Steiner brothers challenging the Outsiders for the WCW Tag Team Championships. I feel like I'm in 1996 again with this match, but it's okay. We got to do it and make it look good here. The tag title story has advanced. Let's see how the match does. Okay. And about the head fantastic heat and good wrestling, the tag teams draw in 7:31 when the referee lost control and stopped the match. Rick Steiner was the weak link. The militia did attack all four men. Berlin, Crazy, and Gonzalez came out and hit the ring and attacked all four men. Steiner 77, Rick a 51, Scott a 64, Kevin a 71. Tag titles has advanced. Militia Storm has advanced. Steiner Brothers have great chemistry, and the match got the crowd hotter with a 69 rating overall. Good stuff here. Militia has clearly just laid out all four men. As we kind of just we teased this a little bit. We didn't really want to just give this away on a Nitro, so good stuff on Militia here to come and ruin that. So good, good, good. And post-match, the Militia continues the beatdown as they hold the WCW Tag Team Championships as Guido is at the top of the Titantron. Clearly happy with what his henchmen have done, laying out all four men in the tag team title match. Tag titles and Militia Sterling both advanced, 70 overall rating. Good stuff here. Our veterans are in good spots where they're not hurting anything, and we're bringing up new and upcoming talent, so very happy with all of this. And about the head fantastic heat and great wrestling, Rey Mysterio Jr. defeats Dustin Rhodes in 13:26 with a springboard Hurricane Rana. Mysterio in 91, Dustin at 61. WCW Championship storyline has advanced and gained heat with an 82 overall match. Fantastic TV match here. I probably should have put this in the main event, but that's okay. Dustin showed that he definitely belongs in a different spot, maybe higher up on the card eventually. And Mysterio shows once again while he is the best wrestler in the world right now. So no complaints out of this match. Great stuff. Backstage, we got Guido talking to the Militia, saying that he is proud of them for what they did to those four men in that tag team championship match, as they are going to take all the gold here in World Championship Wrestling. And not Little Guido, the Guido dares Rob Van Dam to try to stop him as he becomes the greatest United States champion in WCW history. He wants RVD. He wants to end RVD, and RVD cannot take down all of the Militia. So all three storylines have advanced: the U.S. title, the tag titles, and Militia storyline. 71 overall rating. The Militia will always have a good spot on this show right now because they are just very over. So no complaints. 71 rating. And about the head good heat and decent wrestling, Buff Bagwell defeats Tommy Dreamer in 7:48 with a Kobashi DDT. Buff is 64, Dreamer 52, announcing quite lifting the match, and Buff and Don are a good pairing, as we already know. 63 overall segment. Good TV match. Gets Dreamer on the show, and Buff gets a nice little win. Post-match, Buff keeps the beat down on Dreamer as Don Marie is shouting at him. 50 segment rating. And we get the return. Well, I guess not really return, the debut. We've seen the video packages for weeks, and he is here, the Hurricane. The superhero, formerly known as Shane Helms, is now in World Championship Wrestling as he comes to the aid of Tommy Dreamer as Buff Bagwell bails. The Hurricane is in World Championship Wrestling, and he is the one who's coming after Buff Bagwell. Change gimmick, and it got a very good rating. Love to see it. So good stuff there. 57 segment rating overall. Looking very forward to having the Hurricane on the roster, and this was one of the big things I think you guys are going to very much enjoy going forward. So looking forward to all of that. 57 rating overall. Backstage, Eric and Chavo were in Eric's office. Chavo said he proved Eric wrong by winning the TV championship, and Bischoff, obliges, says, I was wrong. You did actually earn that belt, but you did cheat to win that match. And Kaz Hayashi has using his rematch next week, so we'll see if lightning can strike twice for you, Chavo. 72 overall segment, TV title, and Chavo has advanced, and the Chavo repackage has gained heat. 72 overall segment, and we have a TV championship match next week. So good stuff, everybody there. We get a promo in ring from James Mitchell and Abyss, saying that this is Goldberg's fault to what Abyss is going to do here in World Championship Wrestling. He is going to take out Bill Goldberg so we never see him again, and there's no one who's going to stop Abyss from becoming World Championship Wrestling champion. I don't know why I keep saying it that way. That sounds weird. WCW champion. And we just get them in ring. 64 rating, but they get interrupted by Mike Awesome, who says that Abyss screwed him out of becoming #1 contender by showing up last week, and he wants to fight Abyss right now. Mitchell gladly obliges, and we have our big main event for the evening, Mike Awesome versus Abyss. 74 segment rating on the promo. Let's see how the match does. 71 in a good match. Abyss defeats Mike Awesome in 12:44 by pinfall with a black hole slam. 71 overall segment rating. Abyss with a performance of a 65. Mike Awesome had an in-ring performance of 73, and Mike Awesome benefited from having a hot new move. 71 rating for the main event. No problems there. Let's get to our next segment. Great match. Good. Booker T comes down to the ring with his wife Sharmell. They cut the promo on Sting. He just lays into him. Says that Sting is a coward. He only wants to attack from behind. Says that Sting couldn't tie his boots. Says that the only reason why Sting hasn't shown his face because he's embarrassed to what he has done to me. 81 segment there from a Booker T. The lights go out. When the lights come back on, Sting is behind Booker T, hits him with the Scorpion Death Drop, and puts the Scorpion Deathlock on Booker T, holding it as long as possible until officials come out. And Sting grabs a microphone and says that he is back and he is coming for vengeance on Booker T. 79 overall segment rating. The storyline has advanced. Let's see what we get for an overall rating for the show. We got a 75 overall. We increased our popularity in 25 regions, so good stuff there. Really no complaints on this show, actually. I thought this show worked really well. The beginning of the show was a little slow, I'm not going to lie, but I think we've really started to hit our stride and really starting to push forward into the summer of 2002. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I think we all are, but, we just want to keep it going. We're going to go right into our 1 year review. So I'm going to hit finish show here, and we're going to go look at WWE, we're going to look at New Japan, we're going to look at CML, AAA, and look at what's going on with us. So let's stay tuned here, let's see what's going on. So let's see. We'll start with WWE, because I know that's what everybody kind of wants to see, where they're at. So we'll start there, and take a look at who they've had as champions and their roster, who their big guys are. The big name that I already know for sure that is gone is Shawn Michaels. He is on hiatus. He is not in professional wrestling right now. I tried signing him. He is not interested with anybody right now. So we'll see kind of what happens there going forward to see when he wants to come back. But I guess we'll have to wait and see, and when that bidding war happens, to see if we can try to swipe him from WWE. Kind of right now, we don't really have to because he's not even with them. So, okay, so we're not going to look at us. So let's go right into. Oh, that's all Japan. Any area. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to go to World Wrestling Federation. So we'll start with titles. So they're World Heavyweight Champion. So we started in 2001. So Stone Cold had it until September. The Rock beat him, and then Kane took the belt from, it looks like, at WrestleMania. So Kane is your WWE Champion. So good for him. Their Intercontinental Champion looks like it started with Triple H, then Perry Saturn. Okay, and then Taz. And then Mick Foley, and now it's on Eddie Guerrero. Okay, that's a little different. Not sure how I feel about that, but okay. Their tag team champions are the APA, so it looks like it went from two-man power trip to the APA to Taz and Test to the APA again. Okay. Their women's champion is Trish, and it looks like the championship went from China to Ivory to China to Ivory to China to vacant. So it looks like something happened there. To Lita to Trish. Light Heavyweight Championship went from Crash to Jerry Lynn to Grandmaster Sexay to Jerry Lynn to Stevie Richards to Grandmaster Sexay. Okay. European title went from Eddie to Matt Hardy to vacant to Rikishi to Regal to Test, to Val Venus, to Rikishi, and now it's back on Regal. King of the Ring, didn't look like they did that, so okay. And hardcore champion went from so vacant to Regal to Taz to Brock Lesnar to Billy Gunn to Perry Saturn to Billy Gunn to Steven Richards. Okay. Let's look at. I don't think it's gonna let me look at their future players, but these are their top 5 guys. No surprises there. Rock, Austin, Taker, Jericho, and Triple H. As you can see right here, Shawn Michaels is gone from WWE. Let's see if we can go to roster. Let's go to their top major stars. So right now their major stars are Jericho, Kane, Angle, Austin, Rock, Taker, Triple H. Yeah, that's their top guys right now. A lot of well-known guys, so like Bradshaw, Big Show, Benoit, Christian, Edge, Eddie, those types of guys. Not much really else to report. I do want to look at their WrestleMania. Let's go to look at show history. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, WrestleMania. Here we go. So their WrestleMania main event was Kane defeating The Rock for the WWE Championship. Otherwise, their show was very lackluster. Obviously, they had 53,000 people, but they only had an 85 rating for WrestleMania, so that's disappointing on their front. Backlash, right here, they killed it. So obviously, they should have just done what they did for Backlash for WrestleMania, but that's fine. Going into our next company, let's go to New Japan. So their heavyweight champion is Sasaki. They haven't really had any title changes. It went from Sasaki to Norton to Fajita to Sasaki. Tag team is vacant. Junior heavyweight is Masato Tanaka. Minoru Tanaka has been the only other champion. Okay. No G1 Climax, no G1 Tag. Dr. Wagner and Silver King are the junior heavyweight tag champs. Looks like they're the only ones, and no Super Juniors. Let's look at their roster. So their major stars are obviously Antonio Inoki, Sasaki, Chono, Tanaka, Takeda, and Nagata. Okay. And then they have Liger, Tanahashi. Okay, so they're building a nice little. They don't have a lot of guys that are American based in New Japan, so they're really kind of building their own talent. So good for them on that. Let's go to AAA here, and then we'll go into ours. So AAA. So Escalarada, Escoria, and Rebelde. Now it looks it's on. Looks that's Del Rio, by the way. So he's a champion. Tag titles: Texano and Morgan, Halloween and Headhunter, Callo and La Muerte, and now it's on Parka and Pierre Thought Jr. Champion of Champions. Looks like it was Hector Garza. Now it's Juventud Guerrera. And no champion there. And looking at their stars, so El Zorro, Garza, and Juventud are their top 3 guys. Headhunter A, Sagrada, Octagon, Psychosis, Halloween, and El Oriental are their stars. All right, so let's get into ours. We'll show you we'll start with our developmental. So just a generic name here, but this is our roster. So we got Austin Aries, Batista. He's out for a year though, so that's a little disappointing. Bobby Roode, Bryan Danielson, Cassidy O'Reilly and Chase Stevens, Chris Harris, Chris Sabin, Claudio Castagnoli, naturally, Doug Basham, Eric Young, Hernandez and Homicide, James Storm, Jeremy Lopez, Jimmy Yang, Lance Hoyt, Maven, the Alpha Male Monty Brown, Nigel McGuinness, Paul Heyman is our booker for it, Rene Dupree, Sylvain Grenier, and Tony Mamaluke. So that's our developmental. Um, let's go to our titles. So, if you've been following along, you'll kind of know who my champions have been, but we'll just run through it. Booker T won our first ever Mayhem Match Championship, which earned him the right for Starrcade. Our Tag Team Championships went from Buff and Lex to AJ and Jindrak, which is Pinpoint, uh, Douglas and Bam Bam, Road Warriors, and Shane and Bam Bam to our new champions in the Outsiders, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Our TV championship went from Guido to Shane Helms to Rhino to Kaz Hayashi to now Chavo Guerrero. Our United States championship went from Diamond Dallas Page to Chris Kanyon to Rob Van Dam to the Guido. And now the World Championship, we went from Steiner to Sting to Booker to now Mysterio. And our Starrcade show, which was our biggest show. Again, we had to change a lot of the show because of an injury, but I think we did pretty well here. The US title was a crazy match. Booker T and Kevin Nash, 4-way for the tag belts. Goldberg defeated Steiner. Nash won the Battle Royal to face him due to Sting's injury. Let's go here. Don't want to show you guys all the contracts because I don't want you to see who we've brought in. Let's go to creative here. So our top 5 guys are Sting, Goldberg, Steiner, Booker, and Mysterio. Still working on trying to get some younger guys in there, but I think we're doing a good job. Next big things, Tori Wilson and Jamie Noble. Hot prospects, Ray Gonzalez, Tori Wilson, Rhino, Jamie Noble, and Jindrak. Flair still on the roster, just on leave. Steiner, Sting, Booker, Nash. Ray, Booker, Van Dam, Sting, and Steiner are our best five in-ring workers. Storm, Jarrett, Mysterio, Dreamer, and Booker are our best psychology. And these are top 5 momentum, which no surprise here. Mysterio, Abyss, Steiner, Van Dam, Goldberg. No one is Why Not, so that's awesome. And let's see who it says for us to sign. Maximo, Super Gladiator, Orlando Jordan, Luther Reigns, and Loki. We'll see about that. Right now we have a bunch of storylines I don't want to get too far into. This is our finance, if you want to take a look here. So May 2001, we are now here. We started with $10 million, and we've been making money since September of 2001. So I think we're doing a great job there. The pay-per-view revenue is definitely taking a little bit of a backseat, but that's okay. Overall, I think we're in a good spot there. I think I've pretty much hit on everything. If there's anything people want to see besides who's on the roster, because I don't want to give away anything. But like I said, if you have any question or anything you want to comment about, please let me know. Again, make sure we're liking the videos. Make sure we're getting at least 10 likes per video. I know this is a little bit of a longer one, but hopefully you stayed on for the whole thing. Drop some comments in there of who you want to see going forward, who you want to see pushed, anything like that. I will try to get the best I can into that. We do have a Japan show coming up in the summer, so looking forward to that. But until then, guys, we'll see you, well, next Sunday. We'll see the next video as we build towards our 1-year anniversary pay-per-view, but we'll see you there.